are talking about thunderstorms rolling through northern Ohio right now. I'm trying to make sure my microphone is working here just before we get going. It is. All right, let's get after it. We've got some thunderstorms rolling through. So much lightning with this activity also. I'm going to put this lightning tracker on here right out the gate and talk about why I'm doing this right now at, 3 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning. It's because this is probably lighting up your house and waking you up. Here's a wide view of what we have going on. This is the line of thunderstorms rolling through all the way through the east side, of course, Ashtabula. Heavier stuff was up over the lake. You see this little outflow boundary, that little line that tries to roll out there? That's what triggers at least a brief strengthening and then a quick drop in activity and intensity. That's what we've been seeing. I'm going to go back a little bit and show you why I'm popping this on here. Let's see if I can rewind back to about 1 in the morning. These thunderstorms rolling on in here. Ruggles, Mansfield, tons of lightning. For now, I'm going to take the lightning tracker off here. And it doesn't look like a whole lot with that activity. But once you look into that storm, the velocity, the reason there's a warning on that, base velocity with that little cluster, that green in there, 65 mile per hour wind embedded in that. So just through Shelby at about 1 o'clock this morning, had some big time. Now, there's no warnings right now. I just want to be very clear. That's why I'm kind of rewinding this a little bit. These storms have been starting to weaken, but look at it as it just rolled into our viewing area. Boom. See that blue popping up in that blue is what sparked the National Weather Service. Strong winds that sparked the issue. Warning for these storms overnight. Held together for a while. Moved on into southern Huron County, Erie and Huron counties there. And then into Lorain County before finally fading away. At least the wind backing off. There's still so much wind with this, or lightning and rain rather. I'm still going to keep it close on it. Let's go back to the reflectivity. We'll show you what we have. I'm going to dive into that next and see if we can see a little more with the reflectivity. Good morning. If you're tuning in here, you're probably in here because the lightning woke you up. I want to be very clear, there's no severe thunderstorms with it right now. It's from earlier this morning. And yeah, looks like that storm just collapsed. Faded away. Still some heavy rain with this activity though. I put this in motion for the last hour, so if you are tuning in right now, you can see what we have going on. The lightning tracker on there. Yeah, heavy rain. Lisa, getting slammed, nasty lightning, big hail, raining sideways in Aurora. Let's zoom in on Aurora right now. Lots of lightning for sure. Tons of lightning. Let's see if we can hop on into Aurora here. Reminderville. We have this product here that'll kind of look into it, let us know where everything is. And yeah, there's some hail. That purple there, that is hail around the area. So probably some small hail with that. Let's see here. Started hailing at 3 a.m. Lightning show, rain now. Lightning show right now and rain. Etta, where are you at? Make sure wherever you're putting your comments in your reports, make sure you let me know where you are. That way I can give you an update. Looks like the hail should be weakening, should be fading away. These storms, big time rain producers, and when they do that, and they grow because there's so much humidity, so much moisture in the air, they get larger and larger and larger, they rain themselves out, and then they can't hold themselves up and they collapse. And that kind of indicates the wind concerns. In the rain, yeah, with that system that just rolled up over Lorain County. Medina's pretty loud here. Ed, and Eddie. Yep. Now, if you're on YouTube watching this, sorry I'm not responding to your comments. I don't have them pulled in right now. I just wanted to pop this on here really quickly. But we can get them in here later on. If you want to comment or you want to kind of participate in this back and forth, then feel free to head on over to Facebook and pop on in there. I get the comments that pop right in here on the side here. I just to click on it, right? You just click on these comments, and it shows you where they are right there on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So you can hide that. Ed Edison Medina is pretty loud here, so feel free to report. Send me your reports and let me know what you got going on. This is the other one that I read out from Lorraine. This is from Edda. I started at 3 a.m. lightning show right now, and rain. It should be calming down. It should be calming down quite a bit. Should just be some showers. That's the heavier stuff. That's mostly like the islands right now. It's smack heavy rain. Even some gusty winds mixed in with that as well. Pretty strong wind. Nothing damaging with this activity, but pretty strong. What do you got? Power outages. Not a ton. Not a ton. Thanks for looking this up, man. Huron County has 534. Lake County has 229. Summit 342. So usually once you start talking about power outages for thunderstorms, not a whole lot of damage with this activity. Akron. Let's see here. Looks like just kind of random sporadic thunder, some heavier downpours here and there. Not a lot of organization with it. Looks like the main chunk kind of moved through Akron. So nothing really in Akron as far as, let's see here, yeah. Unfortunately, hopefully you got a chance to see them last night or that Tuesday morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning. Fairly light rain, kind of a lightning and rain show, I assume, in Twinsburg. We got some heavy rain. It's definitely rolling through there. The power out in Menor, probably not. No meteorites tonight. Power, Amanda, out in Menor. Not because of thunderstorms. I can even rewind this a little bit to kind of show you Lake County. Haven't really had a ton of, let's see here, that line roll through. It wasn't a whole lot of wind. Possibly. That could be weather related. It looks like you're getting a little bit of a break there. So that's good. Amanda, thanks for the heads up. Thank you very much. All right, let's get on back out of here. Rewind a little bit, put this in motion. Give you a quick little baseline of what's going on. No warnings. No damage right now. There were some stronger storms that did roll through, like northern Richland, Ashland, into Erie, Huron, and Lorain counties as that kind of rolled on through. That has been fading away. And weekend. If you have any storm damage in your with this activity that was pushing through, like anywhere from Shelby through like Oberlin, Mike, check out this this wind. Rewind this a little bit here. One of our overnight photojournalists just kind of peeked his head into the studio here. This one pushing through Shelby. Just at 1:32 o'clock. That blue is over 60. It's around the backside of this bunch of crap. Shiloh. Walsworth. Man, so somebody was just asking about Akron. To show us Akron. It's just sporadic. There's no big things here. 5, trying to get some rain through your lawn. Sorry, man. A little bit help. It's definitely through it. Today will be much cooler. All right, so he's if you don't follow him on Twitter or on Facebook, it's Mike Donated. His name. He's always got some great info. He's always one of the first folks to get any information. He's always listening to the scanner. So follow that guy. He's got. You want to know anything that's going on? No, what's going on here? He can do it. Linda, I just checked. I can hear sound on my phone. Let me make sure it's still there. Let me make sure it's still there. It was. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm still there on my phone, Linda. Maybe turn your phone up, turn the volume up, or see if you're connected Bluetooth to another speaker around the house, maybe a different headphone somewhere. Because I've got sound. That's one of the things that I always make sure, because I typically don't have sound. So we're good. Then hopefully you can get that figured out. What I'm doing here is I'm just tracking these thunderstorms, kind of rolling right on through them. I've got the screen just kind of a little bit off to my right, the left side of the screen, just so you can see where they are. It looks like the heaviest rain, lightning on here, heaviest rain and lightning. Really starting to show some signs of fading. This is just light to moderate rain. These heavier downpours, all this lightning pushing through the island, yes, heading up and eventually out of Ohio, pretty much off that north coast now. Here is Akron, Aurora's in here. A lot of lightning. Man, is there a lot of lightning with that. Probably some small hail with that as well. But the winds have backed off quite a bit, and if you're in here right now, I wouldn't be surprised if it's because lightning woke you up, you popped it on, and you want to see what's going on. You want to see what's happening with all that activity. Well, we're here. That's what we're going to be doing. This is how we get to you with storms that aren't necessarily severe or damaging. This is how we're going to let you know on Facebook, YouTube. We're here now. We've been here. This is kind of this is our new thing. This is our streaming lab. Essentially, we pop this, roll this around about anywhere. Then green wall, bring it up to you. Keep breaking up. Sorry, Linda. I don't know what's going on. I will have the engineers look at it and see if we can get it to clear up a little bit. Sorry about that. Lightning or wind rather, wind gusting. Try to find out some brighter numbers in here. It's gusts to 30, 35, maybe a 40, kind of embedded in that. So it is a big gust, even nothing too crazy with that push going through Warren over to Metro. Mosquito Lake eventually. Not a lot of wind back behind it, but there is quite a bit of rain. Starting to rumble in Lorraine. It might have been slipping through. Terry Watkins is starting to rumble in Lorraine. Had some heavier rain and quite a bit of lightning recently over the last hour. Pushing that on through. Yeah, so if you're in here, I got woken up by the lightning. Got some big lightning, loud out there for sure. All right, let me know where you're at. Let me know what you're seeing. Let me know what you got going on after we get through this main push of pulling out of here. Kind of eerily very similar to what I was showing you yesterday morning on Good Morning Cleveland. If you're up right now at 3:30 in the morning, you're probably an early Good Morning GMC viewer. Or you're just going to bed and you miss GMC. But talking about these thunderstorms rolling through with heavy rain being the biggest concern, and maybe a couple of them getting strong enough for some gusty winds. And that's kind of what that one storm did, is it rolled right on up through. Had one of those storms with those warnings on it. Elsewhere, just heavy rain. Quite a bit of lightning with this as well. The winds have really backed off at 35, maybe 40 miles per hour for your gusts. Just east of Akron, pushing into Champion, north of Young Youngstown. So watch that cluster storm. This is heading up and over the lake. You can see a lot of this activity, the individual storms that are building, are moving off towards the northeast. The main flow is pretty much straight east. So this is just going to ride right along essentially lake shore and drop some heavy rain. By 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I think a lot of this activity should be pulling out of here. As a matter of fact, if you bear with me, I can pop in some info. Pop in one of our latest little models here and see what's going on with it. Tammy, Clinton rain and getting thunder now. Yeah, that's probably why y'all are in here for the lightning waking up, trying to figure out what's going on. Perko, I just manually turn these on. I didn't get that top one. That's how this remote works. We got 14 remotes over there. So I just got what I can do. All right, let's see if I can pull this forecast in here. Here's what I wanted to show you. It's actually doing okay. Sometimes the model is called initializing. Its initialization is off if it doesn't know what's happening right now. Basically, there's that heavier rain. There's that lineup over the lake. This is, in 30 minutes, and it's a shower from the back side of it. It's actually, head back over to what's going on right now. Do it about an hour. That'll be up there, sliding out. This will be sliding out, and this will just be general showers. So it's doing okay. It's actually doing very well. We'll drag this through. It's 6 a.m. Thunderstorms still along the lakeshore up over the lake, as we were just expected to, as we were talking about, with just showers. Maybe a couple brief downpours here and there, but just showers through 6 a.m. It's good news. Good news for the morning commute. Good news for our lawns. All right, there's 9 a.m. So 6, 7, 8, 9. It still slides farther and farther east. We get a little bit of a drying trend. Wind, not bad. Gusting to about 10. Temps in the mid-70s. The issue is temps might, let's go to noon here. Temps might only barely make it back into the low 80s, I think. In the 80s at noon. There's that thunder up over the lake, trying to dry things out. Well, what's happening is we're kind of destabilizing a bit, so we're going to see some more development in the afternoon. There it is. There it is. There's that line. So these storms move up to that front and then ride it. And once that front tries to slide on in here, you get some more development along it. That's why we kind of upped our rain chances for this afternoon and evening. The severe threat, kind of like this morning, is low. Not zero, but it's possible. These thunderstorms, as they roll in, there's just so much moisture that these storms are going to be growing vertically, and they've got potential. They've got a shot at maybe producing strong, briefly strong wind gusts like we saw earlier this morning, and a whole lot of lightning. 7 o'clock, still tracking thunder, but that should be trying to slide south. The kind of thing you need to know about with this activity is if you've got plans along the lakeshore this evening, that front should be sliding south and should hold a lot of that thunder and lightning farther south as well. You got plans this afternoon inland, or evening plans. If you have a backup plan, so you can bring those storms to the side. Back over to the radar, showing way less lightning. Way less lightning. Way less lightning. Yeah, we got what? Avon, Cleveland, Avon, Lorraine. That's where this is all. I mean, heavy stuff as the lightning is up over the lake. Let's zoom in on the island real quick. I'm trying to pull out here. Bear with me. I'm going to go try to pull up our foot and bake camera for it. See if we have. See if we can see some stuff. Now, foot and bake doesn't look bad at all. it so you can see. It is just past Putin Bay. Looks pretty calm. Looks pretty quiet at Putin Bay. Shores and Islands, their website's got, they have all these cameras. It's great, great resource, great tool for us. But essentially, things have calmed down. Things have moved past Putin Bay. This camera's looking toward the east, looking toward the sunrise. It always pops up like right over there over the horizon. So we're looking toward those thunderstorms. I haven't seen any strikes, any lightning strikes, any flashes, or anything like that. So that's good. Barberton, rain and thunder also. Sherry, thank you very much for that report. Cleveland, rain and thunder. Stephanie, thank you very much for that report. Yeah, we've got a ton of it out there. Rumbling bad in Lorain, Tina says. Yes, means not just a little bit. Lorain County or like the city of Lorain, because thankfully the heaviest rain is sliding out of Lorain right now, pushing up over Avon Lake. It's up over the lake, but there's a lot of lightning with it. Just had a big strike just near Elyria. Why does the app on TV not show this? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I put it in the social media. Essentially, this is just like a stream to social media. I can choose Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I can put that all on there. Typically for longer duration kind of streams like this, then I'll just pop on YouTube and Facebook. Except for most people are. But you're right. The app. We'll see if we can. I'm gonna write that down. Actually, it's a good idea. Good reminder to see if we can try to get this on the app. That would be ideal. But yeah, if you guys ever have any suggestions, any ideas, ways to improve this, send them in. Send them in, just like Mary just did. It's great. That helps us. That helps everyone out. The better we can get, easier it is to get you that information that you need. All right, things settling down west of Cleveland, south of the lakeshore. Man, over the lake, it is loud. It is lit up. Let me pull up our Edgewater camera. That one is maybe it'll show us some lightning up over the lake. Oh yeah, we saw it. Right. Let me pull that in for you. Triple record. Yeah, so this is Edgewater. We're looking from their big pavilion there, the big building, looking off toward the west. You can see there's the end of that rain. It's much better visibility back to the left side of the screen there. So those are just from heading up and over the lake. You got quite a bit of wave activity. Pretty choppy out on Lake Erie. Hopefully nobody's out there right now. Hopefully. Stick on this for a little bit. As soon as I clicked on the camera before I kind of popped it up on there, there's a big flash. I feel like anytime you're looking for lightning, it doesn't cooperate. I want to click back over to the radar, but I know as soon as I click back over to the radar, I'm gonna see a flash. I got another little monitor over there where I can actually see what's going on. Head on up over to the old radar. All right. Lightning. That's really the big story now. Lightning and heavy rain. This is essentially just a bunch of rain and lightning trying to slide through. So if you have any, if you're waking up this morning and you're wondering what's going on, I'm doing this live stream, this information kind of getting out there for you because they get the potential. They can. I just want to be here to let you know that sometimes when they get large like this with the heavy rain, they can easily easily pop up. And when there's, I mean, here we go. Aaliyah just said, we've got a lot, all caps, a lot of lightning, and the little emoji. Good stuff. When they do that, when there's a bunch of lightning with these storms, especially like these pushing through Warren, I'm going to keep a close eye on that. But I want to go back a few hours here and just show you why. Show you what these storms have had a history of doing. Pause it. Stop. All right. I'm going to rewind. This is here about 1 a.m. Zoom out just a little bit here. See how this lightning pushing into into Richland County. Switch over to base velocity. Turn off your lightning real quick. Doesn't look like anything, does it? Doesn't look like much at all. This activity, that brighter green, that's indicative of like maybe 40-mile-per-hour winds. And how about this? I can actually show you about 40, 45, maybe up to 50. So we know we've got some wind. We know we've got some wind. A lot of lightning with it. Go forward. Watch it after. Boom. That blue. That's over 60. That's over 60-mile-per-hour wind. You see the blue like that. That's 62. Just north of Shelby. So the storm, as it kind of grew forward, it gets all that lightning. That lightning essentially means there's a lot of friction going on inside of those thunderstorms. Friction means that they're kind of growing up vertically. Everything was just falling straight down. Less friction, everything's going the same direction. There's less lightning. So as it's growing, you get some intense bursts of lightning with that. That's what we were seeing as it was rolling in. So all that lightning, strengthening wind. Let's go a little farther along. Rolled out of Richland County into southern Huron County, with still some of that blue, going right on up into Lorain County. That warning continues, including well into just to about Overland. A little farther, you see it fading away. You see how it kind of, you get that little bowing out right there. That's a good indication that the storm is just collapsing right there. It's kind of, as it pushes itself through, it pushes itself under and bows out the leading edge of that storm. So it's a good indication that there are some strong winds, but things are just kind of fading away a little bit. In Lorain County, let's see what we got here. Anyway, so that storm rolled on through and faded away. So that's why I'm still watching this activity, because there's a lot of lightning with this storm here, Champion, trying to pull out. No severe weather threat for anybody back here. Again, back behind it, 0. So I'm going to watch that stuff here, Champion. James, 341, tuned into Facebook. Say interrupt the broadcast. Well, we're not interrupting anything. That's the good news about this whole technology and 2025. Well, we can get on here, Facebook, YouTube, stream live, and we don't mess with your broadcast, because if this was strong enough, if this was severe for everybody, or we were talking about the potential for some widespread damage, then James, you bet we would interrupt the regular broadcast. Clinton, let's see here. Clinton really needed some rain. The gardens will be happy, I'm sure. Absolutely. Shout out from Cuyahoga Falls. Yeah, overnight stuff. It's overnight stuff with this lightning can definitely mess with the pets. And that's why I'm here, Aaliyah. This lightning, the thunder, wakes you up in the middle of the night. We'll let you know that we're here. Cammy, I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. A whole lot. Becky, sorry, I tend to do that. It's easier just to explain what's going on. It's easier to explain kind of how it's happening, why it's happening. It helps kind of understand what's happening with it. You can only say rain and lightning so many times before I kind of get into the whys and hows. I'll just let you know why I'm on here. How about Kenton Stowe? Shell? Let's see it. Looks like your threat for like big, heavy rainfall is pretty much over. Kind of slide on out. Sugar Bush Knolls, Ravenna. It's essentially sliding out. Getting closer to the turnpike here north of you, but Kent, Stowe, just some light showers and lightning. I mean, there's still a ton of lightning. There's 92 strikes in this portion right here. Just in this view, there's 250. That includes stuff up over the lake. Everything in this, in your view here, 250. Random stuff. I mean, there's still some lightning back behind it near Barberton, so be careful. Quite a bit just west of Hudson, Twinsburg as well. Strikes off into Lorain County also. Tammy, thunder starting in Paynesville, Brittany, and Paynesville. Yeah, I bet you've got a light show. Going up over the lake. So you're welcome. Have a good rest of your morning. Hopefully this stuff didn't mess with your night too much, or we didn't wake you up too much, but the damage threat is pretty much over for you. Brittany and Paynesville, you're surrounded by it. Surrounded by some heavy rain. Heavy rain, quite a bit of lightning. All right, so it is almost 3:50 right now. I'm going to kind of pop this down a little bit. I'm going to end this stream, and I will be back at 4:30 when Good Morning Cleveland starts. So give me about 30 minutes. I'm going to get the show ready, going to get the producers up and running, get the production crew and everybody kind of on the same page. We want to be very clear. The severe weather threat is over now. These storms right here are sliding over that state line, pushing out of here. This is up over the lake. Heavy rain, just some light to moderate stuff on the backside with a few rumbles of some lightning. But I'm going to watch this up over the lake for sure. I'll be here all morning long. And if anything does get strong again, then I'll fire this stream up. Yeah. But thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys have a good rest of your day, and see you on Good Morning Cleveland at 4:30.